Hi, welcome to our demonstration kitchen at Verity Primary Medicine and Lifestyle. I'm Dr. Lori Carnsue, and we are bringing you today some lifestyle entertainment for your social distancing enjoyment. We wanted to bring some lifestyle classes to our YouTube channel and to our social media since we're not able to do anything in person for the month of April. So we have a recipe for you today. We're going to show you how to make carrot dogs or carrot hot dogs, and before you get all grossed out, they actually do taste pretty good. We have tried them on lots of children who love them, and many who now prefer them to regular hot dogs. But as we're always promoting more whole foods and more nutrients and more fruits and vegetables, this is one way to add them to your diet. So what I'm going to do is share the recipe with you. We'll give you a copy of it at the end. We'll take a picture of it for the video. And we will also eventually have this posted up on our website. So without further ado, the standard American diet is something that some will say is our leading cause of death. It contributes to cancers and it contributes to heart disease. And these are our two leading causes of death in the United States at this moment. And the U.S. food consumption studies showed almost 10 years ago that 62% of the foods that we consume as Americans are processed foods. Processed foods are those that are made in a factory or are served in a box or are served as fast food, and they're very high in sugars, fats, and oils, and refined and processed flours. And these are things that really hurt our health and don't contribute to it at all. And what we are missing are the shortfall nutrients and mostly fiber, and those are in whole foods and fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to show you in some of these videos how we can get more fruits and vegetables into our diet, and that's kind of what we need, and just ways you can start sneaking more fiber, more fruits and vegetables, and more of those nutrients in your diet. So for carrot dogs, we've had a picture of them here. This is our makeshift bun. We didn't have a bun, we had to substitute, so we went with a tortilla, which some of you may prefer that already. Anyways, you can also serve a carrot dog on a kale leaf or in green. And I'm going to show you some of the little dogs, and you can have the little weenies and have those as cocktail at a cocktail party. So what we're going to do is all of these ingredients are listed. We have rice vinegar, apple cider vinegar, soy sauce, mustard, and a bunch of spices. We've pre-measured them, and I'm going to put them in a bag. And what you really want to get is a Ziploc bag. And these Ziploc will do one of the larger sizes like this. I prefer to use a canister or a colander or some kind of cup just to hold it up because it's much easier to put everything in. And this is something that you do the night before. So just open that up there. And we've got, I'm not going to read you all the ingredients. This is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. We've using the low sodium type. 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And the cool thing about apple cider vinegar is that it is actually helps your gut bacteria. So if you look at the apple cider vinegar, you can see, if you want to zoom in, Tina, on the bottom of the bottle, you can see the mother. And what that is actually the fermentation products. And so this is your homemade probiotic right here. The other homemade probiotic we have is sauerkraut. This actually we bought at the store, but you can make your own, and that's a whole nother video. But these foods, fermented foods in particular, actually have the little good bacteria that we need for our gut. And that really helps with colon cancer prevention, as well as building your immune system. And right now, with the coronavirus epidemic going on, or pandemic going on, we really need the best immune system that we can. So this is really one thing that's going to help boost it, not only for that, but also to fight against other autoimmune diseases, for your gut health and your GI health, and to prevent getting other things like strep throat and colds and other viruses. So continuing on, we have mustard, 2 teaspoons of yellow mustard, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Mustard's not going to come out nice. You can tell this isn't something I do on a regular basis. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, And then we've got some other spices, allspice, nutmeg, paprika. This is a smoked paprika, which is a little bit of a spicy paprika, a cayenne pepper, and then just 1 or 2 drops of liquid smoke. So some of these may not be things that you currently have. Ooh, this liquid smoke does not have a drop. I'm gonna pour it in the cap because if you add too much, I'm just not a big fan of the smoke. So now it's not gonna go. But those drops go a long way. So let me throw the rest of these in. Oh, you already had it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And then what you end up with is just this conglomeration. I'm going to try and get all the spices smashed down into the bag. And while you're putting this together, you're cooking your carrots. So you just find a carrot that is about the size of the hot dog that you want to have, or you can use the little pre-cut carrots. I'm going to show you that we have already cooked ours. So the carrots, you do not even have to, these were in water, boiled for 5 to 10 minutes, just so they're tender enough to easily pick them up on a fork. So our carrots, we didn't even peel them all the way. We peeled a little bit of them off. You can peel them and make them look nicer, or you can leave the peel on because it's just extra fiber and nutrients. And so we have some of the smaller ones. Once you get your liquid in here, all you do is add the carrots. Now, typically when I make it at home, I usually make a double and I can put about 8 carrots in there. If you want to do a double, you can do a bag of the small ones. I'm just going to dump them all in here. We did some small and some large so you can see the variation. And you're going to marinate them overnight. So you want to marinate them for at least 24 hours or so. It doesn't even have to be that long. But once they've sat in the marinade and soaked up, and if you smell this right now, it really is a smell that makes it taste like a hot dog, because to me, this smells like a hot dog. It's the combination of these ingredients, and smell is a big key to our taste. So if you're used to hot dogs and it's something that you eat every day, you're not gonna eat this and think, oh, it tastes just like a hot dog. But if you haven't eaten hot dogs in several years and you taste it and you smell it, it is somewhat of a hot dog-like taste. I prefer it. I won't eat hot dogs anymore. And the reason why, hot dogs are considered processed foods. And in 2015, the World Health Organization came out. They looked at all the data on processed meats. So this would include hot dogs, this includes bacon, this includes all the luncheon meats. So bologna, pepperoni, salami, but even the healthy luncheon meats such as turkey and chicken breast, which we've always thought of as healthy. These are all processed meats, and when you look at all the studies from around the world and the large studies, there is enough evidence that the World Health Organization, which is made up of doctors and health officials from multiple countries, have decided that there's enough evidence that they label processed meats as a class 1 carcinogen. Now that came out in 2015, and it really hasn't been talked about since in this country. There are other countries that are now putting labels on processed meats the same way we put labels on cigarettes, because tobacco is also a class 1 carcinogen. Asbestos is also a class 1 carcinogen. Class 1 means that there is enough evidence, that there's very good evidence to say that it causes cancer. It doesn't mean how strongly it causes cancer. So processed meats, obviously you're not going to get cancer, colon cancer, from eating a couple hot dogs. But if you eat processed meats on a fairly daily or regular basis over 30, 40 years of your life, you're eventually going to have an increased chance of colon cancer. Colon cancer does start as polyps, and that's what we look for in colonoscopies. So we recommend colonoscopies at age 50, but last year they came out and said, well, we're finding so many polyps on people by the time they turn 50, we're now lowering the recommendations to age 45. So this is one of the things that we can do to prevent polyps, to prevent colon cancers, is really to get rid of the processed meats. And that's, if you're gonna make one dietary change, this is the first thing. So if you're into processed meats and hot dogs, this is one substitution that you can start to make. So when these When these are marinated overnight or for a couple of days, you can just take them and you could stick them in the microwave, or you could stick them back in a pan with a little bit of water, or with the rest of the fluid, the liquid that's in the bag, or on the grill. Tina likes to make them on the grill and get the little grill marks on there. But you can just use them any way you would hot dogs. You can put them in a crock pot with barbecue sauce if you want to have them that way, and serve them at a Super Bowl party or something like that. What else? The other things that makes carrots great is, as opposed to a processed meat like a hot dog, which has all the bad things for you, it's actually a cancer-causing product. Carrots actually have the shortfall nutrients, so a lot of the things that's lacking in the standard American diet are things that help with our blood pressure, like potassium, which carrots have. Fiber, which helps protect against cancer. Fiber, which helps protect against cholesterol. It actually binds the cholesterol in your gut and helps shuttle it out of the body. What else? There's also vitamin A and vitamin K in hot dogs, so those are great. So if you like this and you'd like to see more, let us know. Watch for our upcoming videos, and we're glad you watched.